everybody, it's Kathy, and thanks for coming back to my channel. Today, this is the third in my series of quick and easy and fun gifts to make. And this particular journal I made out of a notebook that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I'll go through and show you how to make it. It's nice, and it makes a cute little appreciation gift. So let's show you what I did. Really very simple. I covered it in this beautiful paper. This paper is by Stamperia, and it's called Time. It's one of my favorites. Whoops. Has a full pocket over here. This is simply the notepad. I made a bookmark. Then on the back, it has a pocket and then a little tuck spot. And that is it. I think it's so cute, especially for teachers who like to leave this on their desk and write notes, or any students, or leave by the telephone. Anyway, let's get started. First, I've done some of the work for us. I'm going to do this, and this is an 8 by 6 inch notepad. So I'm using 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. The first piece I've cut down to 8 by 6, and I'm simply going to glue it to the cover, not to the binding. You'll notice on this one, I left the binding open without paper on it. Okay, so let's glue this on here. And you can embellish this as much or as little as you'd like. I want to make sure to get around the edges. And while we're here, I'm going to round the corners because the corners of the notebook are already rounded. And if you have a We Are Memories crocodile, I'm doing it on the 1/2 inch side. This has to be my favorite tool of any tool. Okay, that's that. Now for the back, I need a piece that goes from the back. I think I'm going to use this side, and it's going to move around to the front just like this, and we're going to make it into the look of an envelope. So this particular piece is going to be 8 inches and 12. So I simply cut off 4 inches from a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Let me make sure I want to use that. So let me see. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this side. It contrasts a little bit. Now I'm going to put the glue right onto this back piece. I'm only going to do the back part first. It'll make it a little easier to cut the tab on the front. Line it up, make sure your top and bottom are aligned. You can always trim it, actually. Make sure you're just not leaving any space. And this is going to come all, oops, I did it the wrong way. You have to make the leftover piece come to the front of the tab. I made it come to the back at first. And that's not good. But you want it to be able to fold over like this. So you don't want any glue on that front part. Since I wasn't paying attention, as usual, those of you that are on my channel, do as I do, say, not as I do, right? Okay, and this is going to come all the way over to the front. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to mark midpoint, which is going to be 4 inches. About right there. Then all I'm going to do is cut 1/2, a straight line. I'm going to leave about 1.5 inches near the end, like that. And I'm going to take the piece that I cut off. Make sure I'm flipping it around. Let me make sure, because you want to flip it when you cut the opposite side. And I'm going to cut that off right at the same place. Okay. And I made that a little crooked. So let me trim it up. Okay. Just like that. You want to kind of train it to stay in its place. I wouldn't score it because depending on what you put in here or what the person puts in here, that's going to go just like that. Now the next thing we want to do is we're going to cut the circle for here, and I'm going to do that. You'll notice here I made this a little shorter. I kind of like it a little shorter, but nonetheless, what I'm going to do is round the corner. I don't like that big point. So on the 1/2 inch side, yeah, that's better. I'm going to make the little circle. And I'm going to cut 2 circles, and I'm using this is a 1/2 inch, I believe, because this is 1 inch, so this is a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut 2. You see how small they are? That's because I'm taking a black piece of paper. This is heavy cardstock, and I'm cutting a 1 inch piece. 1 inch circle, rather. Okay, so I have a 1 inch and I have 2 1/2 inches. Next thing I'm going to do is glue the 2 1/2 inches together. Just like that. And then I'm actually then going to glue this down onto the black piece. Just like that. Then I'm going to punch a hole in the middle. Just like that. And we're going to place that right there using a brad. I want a darker one. There we go. And in order to do that, what I want to do is use my pokey tool rather than punching a hole, so it'll be a little tighter. Just like that. Okay, so that's going to come over on the front. Now what I want to do is I want to cover this back page. I have a few pieces cut. I don't think I have enough for that. I'm going to have to grab another sheet. Maybe I have some pieces I can fit together. Well, I can do this and then make a little flap so you won't see it. I hate to waste paper. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me straighten this out. And this. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this whole thing down. I'm not making a pocket or anything. We're going to put that here. Making sure it lines up. Then I'm going to take a piece. I have just enough. Make a flap. No, I don't like it. Let's see what other leftover pieces. Here's a leftover piece. That is perfect. I'm not using my paper trimmer because the blade popped out. I can't find my replacement blades. And it popped out and it's somewhere. I know I'm going to come across it when I'm vacuuming. So, hence, that's what the scoop is with this nonsense. I'm going to round the corner of this. Okay, that'll work. I don't know which side I want. I think I kind of like this side. Let me ink it up a bit. I do a craft fair every year, and little Dollar Tree pads that I make, they're one of my best sellers for teacher gifts, teacher appreciation gifts. I want to put a notch just so they know. And I sell these, I figure they cost me about $2 to make, depending on the paper that I use. This paper's expensive. I sell them for $5 or $6, usually $5 and then, or $6 and then two for $10. It's not a lot. You know, there are other people that charge more. I don't. You know, I do this for fun. I don't do it to make money. And I do it to replenish my stock. And then on my regular journals, I usually make a variety of prices on my, you know, types of journals to sell. I sell journals from $10, the most expensive, depending on the craft fair. If it's an art craft fair, I take more expensive journals. But if it's a regular craft fair, I take journals that are up to around $50. And always manage to sell, you know, enough to make, you know, make a profit. You know, I usually make $500 or $600. I'm going to put this here just to reinforce this whole rigmarole here. So, you know, the particular craft fair that I do, it's in a high income division, like a development, but the folks that attend typically are not looking to spend a whole lot. Where, you know, that particular art fair, there are some that I've done that, you know, I could go much higher on. I'm down in Miami. Let's round this again. There we go. Reinforced, glued down. Okay, and then inside here, I also need to put a cover. I'm going to use this one. Pretty. Love this paper pack. I love all of their stuff from Stamperia. So if you're doing these for appreciation gifts for teachers, or just, you know, appreciation gifts, you can make several at a time. And if you're an online shopper, you can always buy these tablets, these pads on sale. I mean, online from Dollar Tree. You usually have to buy them in a certain quantity. If they don't have them in your particular store, Come on now. And you'll notice I'm a little far away from the edge. That was something I did earlier. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. No, it's a little too far away. I don't want to put another flap. I could put a corner tuck. I could put pockets. That's what I'll do. A pocket will cover it mostly. And then I'll put another pocket. I'll get you, sucker. Oh, this is pretty. So let me put now, let me put this. Let me just fix it the way it should be fixed. Just need to get a little closer to the edge, and then I can ink it up. Oh my, I'm just way off today. I'm lost without my my paper trimmer. Okay. And trim it. Okay, now we'll put a pocket. Let's see, maybe we'll put a cascading, no, we'll put a pocket. It always skews to the right when I cut. And Put another, maybe a little belly band there. Belly band up there. That looks kind of odd, but then that's not a bad thing always. We'll see. We'll see if I like it. Okay. And I think I cut out some stuff. Let's finish up, while that's drying, let me finish up this part. All I'm doing here is I cut seam binding in half. Oh, I forgot, I wanted to put it under there. I'm going to do that now. Set that there. Cut it there. Round it there. That can go right on top. That'll look pretty. That reinforces that, plus gives us our closure. And that is our closure, just like that. Okay, let's go back here. And I have some pretty stuff. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. Okay. I have some pretty cards to put in here, but I'm going to back them with black because they'll get lost in the muddle. And we'll make this into, it's going to make it into a pocket, but nah, not for this little. That'll go right in there. I didn't ink up like I did on my first one, but feel free. Then I have this. And I have another little card to go in here. I'm going to leave that so you can write on the back. But I am going to ink that up, just so it stands out a little bit. I hear the thunder. Thunder means my puppy's gonna start barking. He's deathly afraid of the thunder. He has a hard time in Florida in the rainy season, which is, you know, all summer, essentially. Let me see what I can do here. I do kind of like that. I'm going to cut off the bottom a little bit. Notch up here. Like that. That can go right there, and then I can make that into a little tuck spot as well. Okay. So I'm going to glue it at the bottom and then at the top. And I'm going to make this into a bookmark. I need to put it on here so it stands out a little bit. I'm going to glue that. Like that. Poke a hole. Some of this mess out of your way. Let's put an eyelid in. Love this color. Copper. Put that in. Just like that. Grab some ribbon. Trim this just a bit, and that can go right in here. I don't mind that it sticks out. And there we have it. Voila. Oh, that's not going to work there. Oh, we can put that there. Oh, actually put it inside the book. It could stick out the top. I think I had maybe one more little something I could put in. Nope. Okay. Well, that is it. Let's close it up. And we have this one. And we have this one that I made earlier. So, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. I appreciate you all. And thank you for taking time to maybe learn something new or just craft with me. You all have a good one. Bye-bye.